What's going on, Bulls fans? I'm back, and it's been such a positive thing. And let me warn you guys right now. So, for the most part, since I've started this show and this channel, it's been fairly positive and it's been uplifting, and it's just been stuff that I've really enjoyed talking about. Right? Really, even when we go into like the Celtics possibly wanting Zach LaVine, maybe Zach LaVine going somewhere else. Even when we have that, it's all in the nature of having fun. But you guys are going to see me go the fuck off today. It's going to happen. So, getting into this, Tomas Satoransky, excuse me, let me say his name correctly. I know I mispronounced some stuff on this channel. Decided to come out in a Czech article and speak about the Chicago Bulls. And there's been a couple of different things. So the one that's getting the most notice right now is him saying, talking about how all he got was a text from AK. Saying that he spent time here, he fought here, and to really just get a text, even to mention that, you don't want to get emotional over it. Guess what, Sato? You doing this shit is nothing but you being a bitter bitch. Let's just be real with what it is. This is like I said, it's a lot of stuff doesn't get me riled up. And this subject would not get me riled up if it came from somebody like Thaddeus Young. If it came from somebody like that, even if it came from somebody like Garrett Temple, it wouldn't have bothered me. And I'm not saying that Sato was terrible his whole time here, but in the 2 years he was here, he made over or close to $20 million. And let's just look at his stat line for those 2 years. He averaged 8.9 points, 3.2 rebounds, 5.1 assists, 1 steal, and 0.2 blocks a game. Bitch, what the fuck did you think you were supposed to get on your way out of the Chicago Bulls? Did you want a parade? Did you want us to sit here and sing Kumbaya and thank God for the time that we spent with Sato? At the end of the day, you had every opportunity to start, regardless of who else was on the Bulls rosters, regardless of Kobe White being drafted here. You had every single fucking chance to own that starting point guard position, and you got paid $20 million to be and don't get me, Sato is not a horrible player. Let me be clear here. My frustration here is more with his output, considering to how fucking what he said here, right? Like I said, even if Zach leaves and he says something like that, hats off to fucking Zach LaVine. Joe Kim leaving, having problems when he left. Derrick Rose speaking out on the franchise sometimes. Jimmy those players earned it. You're a marginal player in this NBA that got paid $20 million, and then you got shipped off to a team where you get to play with Zion and fucking Brandon Ingram. And you're sitting there being a bitter fucking bitch. A bitter bitch. And I'm sorry. I know cursing. I don't really curse a lot. I fucking love the Chicago Bulls, right? I love them. And again, that's not to say that that the franchise has not earned some criticism over the course of the years. We absolutely have. Absolutely. But when you hear somebody like Zach, and I know I broke it down and talked about it's business comment and everything. That's what this is at the end of the day. You, according to the stats that you put up, were a marginal player at best. And you got paid imagine getting paid $20 million and not even being good at your fucking job. Just imagine that. And being bitter about the fact when you get cut. Shut the fuck up, Tomas Satoransky. And then the thing that gets me pissed off even more, and this, I didn't translate it, but this has been proven in the links to the article are there, but him taking unnecessary shots at Zach LaVine. This comment of him talking about Brandon Ingram's jumper and saying that he's a better playmaker than a guy like Zach LaVine, and you want to play with such a player. Fuck you, Tomas. Kiss my motherfucking ass, man. You sat here and you were on this team. Like I said, you were a veteran presence. You had every opportunity. And let me not act. The players on this team, for all I know, fucking love Tomas Satoransky. I don't know what he did for Kobe White in the locker room. I don't know what he did for a player like Zach LaVine. I don't know. When we got Tomas Satoransky, we knew what we were getting, right? We thought we were getting a borderline starter, a player who has played so solidly when he was in Washington, and then he came here. You had every opportunity to shine, every opportunity, and you put up marginal stats at that. Like I said, I want to be clear. Even in me being frustrated with his comments and how they came out, I do not hate Tomas Satoransky. I don't think Tomas Satoransky is a bum either. I don't think he is. I think he's a player who can contribute to a really good team. And I was hoping that if we would have had Tomas Satoransky instead of Alex Caruso, for example, going into the season, I wouldn't have been sitting here like, oh, we need to get rid of that Sato character. But when you sit here and say shit like this and you didn't, you and Archie Diacono it really wasn't that much difference in your fucking stats, bro. It wasn't. It wasn't. So to sit here and to be upset like somebody should pull out the fucking red carpet and sing and scream fucking hallelujah or whatever, and thank you so much for the 2 years that you spent. Shut the fuck up. You didn't have this to say when Washington shipped your ass out. It's the entitlement for me, right? It's the entitlement in this. That it's just like, shut the fuck up. I know I keep saying it. Like, at the end of the day, Sato, shut up. Go play. Go play. Go play. And I wouldn't be surprised if Sato comes here and we play the Pelicans one game this season, he fucking goes the fuck off. I wouldn't be surprised. Players find all types of motivation. He has the capability, especially if he's in the right situation. But Sato, for you to say or your butt hurt about the way that you were shipped out, the fact that you got a text, you could have not got that fucking text. You got what you earned by your play here. We didn't fucking make the playoffs. There's times where Zach's out, times where Kobe's out, fucking whatever else. You didn't fucking shine on. Let me be honest here. Sato did have some games. Let me not act like he was, like I said, he wasn't a bum. He had some great games and some great stretches here while he was in Chicago. But consistently, you were not a great player here. You weren't even a good player. You were solid. You were a solid veteran presence off the bench. But we have higher aspirations for that. And granted, Caruso's stat line may not be much higher than what Sato's was when he was here. I expected to be higher, but let's just say it's not. Let's go back. What was Sato's stats? So Sato averaged about 9 points, 3.2 rebounds, 5.1 assists, and 1 steal while he was here. If Caruso averages closer to 10 or 11 points and almost everything out of that's the same, that's what we expect from him. But I even then, looking at what Caruso does on the court, looking at the advanced defensive stats, Caruso's contribution to our game is going to be so much more than that. But Sato, it just wasn't here for you, man. And I hate making a video. I really try in all the videos that I make to maintain form of positivity, to not go the fuck off. I know I've been pretty calm here. I know like a lot of you guys have appreciated like my commentary on the Chicago Bulls, but this fucking pissed me off. And then when I saw that thing about that unnecessary shot at Zach LaVine, it just sent me even more overboard. It did. So you're getting my raw thoughts here. Thank you for listening to Chicago Bulls Central. Follow Chicago Bulls Central at Bulls Central Pod on Twitter. You can also send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullscentralpod@gmail.com. I'm getting that voicemail set up. We'll have that set up before the end of this week. We do have a voicemail. It's 614-547-2039, but that line's shared between another podcast that are doing this one. We'll have one specifically for this podcast by the end of this week, as well as an Instagram, where I'll be taking little clips of the videos and doing stuff there. So be on the lookout. We're continuing to grow. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm back to being regular Haize, back to being to your regularly scheduled programming. Next video, I probably, hopefully won't be so fired up. But thank you so much for you guys' support. And like I like to end every video on, go Bulls. Peace.